See. All right, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. My phone was freezing, so I'm folding clothes while I talk to you guys. You know, you gotta find time to clean up, right? Find time to clean up, but my phone froze. So now I'm back. So we were talking about different types of comedy, improving and all. And like I said, I love just being silly, y'all. If you don't know who I am, I'm Keita J. I'm an entertainer. I'm a custom designer. And I am me. And I can be loud, too. And some people don't like it, but I don't give a damn. Okay? There's plenty of loud people out here. Why women can't be loud, but men can? I want to know, because you got some loud men out here, too. But, you know, and even gays are loud. So when women say, she too loud, you be like, you be right up that little gay man's, you be right up his butt. And he loud, too. He be like, girl. But the minute a woman is loud, it's a problem. There's a thing between some women and other women. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I know why, but I'm just saying I'm tired of it. I'm tired of. There's that thing that harassing kind of like, you know, if there's that thing between women where women can't do something, but a gay guy can do it, and he's portraying a woman. So if a woman is loud and a gay guy's loud, do they say, that gay guy loud? What's up, Tree? What's up, A? Thanks for coming back. I don't see nobody talking about, he too loud for me. But when a woman is loud, then it's a problem. Sugar, what's up? Yeah, don't you hate that? It is double standards. Oh, Tree got a new picture. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I don't mean cute, Tree. You a woman. I should not be calling you cute. That's beautiful, Tree. That's beautiful. So, you know, there's that thing where women, and this is how you know women, some women have issues with other women when they're doing something. This is how you know you winning, right? When women say you loud, when women say you too loud and, you know, obnoxious and all, you start paying attention to how they talk about somebody. They obnoxious, really? They like, what's wrong? Why she don't like her? She too loud. That's no reason not to like nobody. That's not a reason. That give a real reason why you don't like somebody. Then we can understand you. But when you don't have a real reason as to why you don't like somebody, and it's just that because they're loud, really, that sounds like a little bit of hate there. That sounds like a little bit of hate. That sounds like a little bit of hate, don't it? I love loud people. I don't want. But look, here's the thing. The guy can be loud. A guy could be loud, and they'll be right up on him. Girl, I love him. He cute. Yeah. He nice looking. He got muscles. But then a gay guy, girl, he's so funny. I'm going to see him. He's so funny. He take his wig off. Girl, sit down somewhere. Someone, I don't feel the need to announce. Yes, but that's what people do. It's like I see so many women, I'm going to honestly tell you, that go see these women, these same women go see impersonators. They go see male impersonators. Come on, gay men are the loudest. Yes. Come on now. Yes, bro. You mean to tell me that women can top that? You mean to tell me we out there screaming, yes. Really? We out there doing that, and they the loudest. And women be right there. Women be right there, girl, I love him. He is fun. She is funny. That's because she don't have a vagina. Now, if she had a vagina, then you probably be like, I ain't talking about y'all. I'm just saying, if she had a vagina, then it would be more different. It would be a different story. I don't like her. She suck. She terrible. She loud. Like, really? That's not a reason not to like somebody. Now, the reason I'll give you is why you shouldn't like somebody. Hey, Frank Dog, how are you? You shouldn't like somebody. You shouldn't like somebody when that somebody does something to you or says something to you. Like, even people that have said stuff to me, I've given them a chance. I've said, you know what? I'm going to check you this time. But the next time, hey, Unity, but the next time you say something out of the way, then, I'm probably not going to deal with you no more. Because I can hold a grudge. Women, we can hold a grudge. We can hold a grudge. Somebody did a skit on women holding grudges. Funny. They did a skit on women holding. We will hold grudges forever. I'm not barking on anybody. I'm just saying, it's a double standard for some women just have so much hate against each other, and it's sad. Like, you can have a gay man and you got a woman that has a vagina, from birth, that has a vagina, and it's like, she's loud. Some females be like, she too loud. I can't deal with her. She get on my nerves, this, that, the other, right? Even sometimes they might say her hair. What the freak? You got men getting toupees on their head. You got guys that you don't even know that's not their real hair nowadays. You got guys that want styles like mine, and on Facebook they share that crap. But when a woman has natural hair and she's sharing, she got her little style and everything. I'm gonna tell y'all, I get a lot of women that tell me they love my hair. A lot of women, a lot of guys, people stop me all the time and tell me, you are so beautiful. I love your hair. And I say thank you. I'm like, sometimes you don't look at yourself in that way. And I'm not one that's like conceited or anything. I'm not conceited. So I don't have to say, oh, really? Yeah. Thank you. I know I be doing it up. I be like, thank you. I appreciate that. And I love the fact that women can come up to me and ask me about my hair. I literally had a woman run up to me. She ran up to me and she asked me about my hair. Well, she just ran up to me to tell me she loved my hair. There was a woman, I had on a dress when I went to Aruba, and I had the dress in the front tied in a flower. This woman ran up to me just to tell me, and we were at a concert and I was up in the front dancing, and she ran up to me. My girlfriends looked at me like, they thought something was going on. She was like, how did you tie that in the front of your dress? And I'm sitting there like, huh? She ran up here to ask me about me tying my dress. Like, you just got some folks that, but I love my hair. Regardless of what people say, they might not like it, but this is my signature style. So this is my signature style. This is my power right here. This is my strength. You could still pull it. A man, if they wanted to pull it, they could still grab it. See, because sometimes, women, sometimes we have men grabbing us and we don't grab them. So, sometimes, sometimes it's still a limp. All the size is not gone. It's not all like this, y'all. Because I know sometimes men, they still need something to hold on to when it's feeling good. So when it's feeling real good to them, they need to grab something. They can't grab the wall. They can't grab the wall. They can't grab the wall. What they do? Touch my hair in public. Yes, sometimes they do. Sometimes people will walk up and they be like, oh, your hair is nice. Unity, you crazy too, goddamn it. Don't try to take it away from you. What's up, Lewis? I just had to add that in there. Damn, Unity. It's not Sunday anymore. Can I add that in there at least? Good Lord. Unity about to go off. Hey, how did we get on this subject? Hey, I came over here to say, hey, Keita, my wife is looking. Look, if your wife in there, hey, wifey, look, he grab your head, don't he? Because, you know, sometimes, like I said, look, men grab our head too. Don't try to act like a woman just be trying to scratch your back. Don't even try it. You know y'all grab our head. Oh, she hit me sometime. What your wife say? Oh, she know I'm nuts. Hey, I'm good nuts now. I'm good nuts. Look, make sure if I'm nuts, make sure y'all say I'm dark chocolate nuts, because I like almonds and stuff like that. So make sure it's that kind of nuts. Whatever kind of nuts I like. I like a lot of good nuts. Oh, you let her hear the rant? I let her hear that. Oh, Lord, out of all things, you let her hear that? She probably was like, oh my gosh. You let her hear that, though, out of everything? You got to let her hear other stuff so she'll know I'm balanced. I am balanced now. If her hair did just after for her shoulder. I can't help it, y'all. Look, I told y'all, I just like having fun. So I try not to offend anybody, but I think some people get offended. But it's all good. You know, nothing wrong with a woman having fun in her life. I don't know how funny it was. See, y'all told me. I was just talking. Did y'all share it? If it was that damn funny, y'all should have shared it. I should put it on Facebook. I didn't do that. I was sober. I didn't even have anything to drink. I didn't have anything to drink until I think later. I wasn't drinking anything. I had water, I believe. That's it. But I'm telling you, when I get in the mood, I can spaz out, you know. I try not to. Oh, improv was on point. Listen, I always had the improv in school. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna try to see if I can tell y'all. When I was in school, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of I told y'all about some of my history in school, right? I got put out of classrooms. I got set in the hall. That was my way of acting out. That was me. I'm just naturally funny. That's why I'm saying most of my friends, we used to do Little Richard when I was on the bus. When we used to ride home from, I saw a guy one day. He looked like Little Richard. I kid you not. He had the permed hair. You said they put you in a hall. Yeah, a couple of my teachers put me in a hall. But I had teachers that understood me, and they knew that I was very creative. So they knew how to work with me. You know, you have some teachers that don't know how to work with certain students. What's up, Warren? How are you? You have certain teachers that know how to work with certain students. And I remember one day I had to go to summer school, and they had this guy. I had to go for geometry. I never forget it. And I had to go to, if anybody knows Dunbar, that's where I went to summer school. So the teacher was kind of heavy set, right? So, I mean, he was cool with me and everything. And he would ask people questions and stuff. And I think one particular time he kind of said something. He said, I remember when I used to be a small Mr. Somebody. And then I grew to be a big somebody. And then I yelled out in class and I said, now you huge somebody, right? And everybody bust out in the classroom Cause he and I mean, I didn't mean any harm. I was just, yeah, it was just like it came out. And it was just like the whole entire class bust out laughing. And that was just me. Like, I just used to say things and it just would be funny. And people, and then you kind of like that student that look around like, what they laughing at? You like, they laughing harder than you probably did. You probably was like, uh-oh. Hey, I don't see why he didn't get it. Oh, no, he got it. No, you say you didn't see why he didn't get what I said. He just looked at me. Some of the teachers that I had, he did. And the thing is, some of the teachers back then, like my son said he had a teacher that used to like Joan. And I said, oh man, if I was in that class, he probably wouldn't have liked me. Because you had teachers sometimes that loved the Joan. And they would be sneaky. Like Roland Martin kind of like, right? I know Roland Martin likes the Joan. So I've had teachers that loved the Joan. And those teachers used to get caught up because I was so quick with stuff. I would say stuff and it would make people just like crack up. I mean, sometimes I had people running outside the classroom laughing because of the stuff that I would say. And then I have a friend that, now he's gay. But we were really, really close when we were younger. And we used to joan on me, him, and another guy used to joan on this one teacher that we had because when she would walk, her feet would be like this. And she was heavy. She was real heavy. And she was my she was my art teacher. Your mama had no filter and was mean. It turned no filter, but was funny. Yes. And see, that's how I was. Like, even with my family, I had no choice but to be funny. Like I said, my family on both sides, we used to joan all the time. Like, I had to know how to joan back. But it's just that I would say stuff, and sometimes people would just look at each other and be like you said that? But like I said, Larry David said, I could be sarcastic. Like Larry David said, the good stuff is not what people want to hear. And that's not what people laugh at. The bad stuff is what people laugh at. The stuff that people would not expect you to say, that they think about. They think about stuff and it's like, oh, she said that? He said that, and it just comes naturally. Like, that's just me. Now, you might find some people that get offended by it, but other people might laugh and be like, no, she didn't. Like when I was calling the female at the job caffeine girl, if anybody was able to relate her to something and they saw her, that's probably all they would think about is how jippery she is and caffeine, because and it probably would have you laughing the whole entire time. When I went to go talk to one of the ladies at my job, I said, yeah, caffeine girl down there. And she just bust out laughing. Some people have a natural gift of being funny. Yes. And I don't put like, I don't think that I have to, when I said that I don't really have to write too much. A lot of that stuff I did with Kiki, that was me talking. That was not, some of the stuff I wrote down, very few things I wrote down. The only reason why I started writing stuff down is because somebody was telling me that I needed to write. Like I said, Larry David said he's not that type of person. He's not the program type. He's not the one that feels like he wants to write everything down. He likes to improv. He likes to open up to certain things. And that's just like, that's how I am. And when I create a show, I want people to show their natural talent. Like, I don't want to have to write out everything for you to say. Like, how do you think you can add to this part and you can make this part come out? Like, that's what I'm looking for. That I'm not looking for somebody I have to write stuff for. Write your own stuff. Yes. And actually, if you think about it, when you call somebody sarcastic, when we use the word, they're sarcastic. Do you really know what sarcasm is? Do people really know what sarcasm is? Sarcasm is when you're witty and your comeback is what people don't get, and it could be funny, or it could be out of this world to where it just doesn't it's not understood, and you're fast with it. You're like, wait a minute, you got to think about what the person said. So that's somebody that's sarcastic. Like, everybody is not like that. You got to think about what people are saying. So in comedy, I understand. So you got to think about, and then when you get it, it's like, no, that Bama didn't. No, that Bama didn't say that. No, but some people get it right away, and it's like, it's just funny. It's just right off the bat, it's funny. People say I have a dry humor, and some don't get it. Exactly. But sarcasm is just not about being dry. It's just that everybody's brain isn't open up to it. So sometimes you have to explain things in a different kind of way for people to get it. You know how they say some people slow. Okay, our brains sometimes don't catch on to things fast as some other people, and that's just how it is. And it really sometimes it's about what's on your mind. You might not be thinking about that. You might not even hear the person totally. So you might come back and say, "What'd he say? What'd he say? What'd he say?" But it happens. It happens. We don't always laugh at the same thing that somebody else laugh at. You be like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And then when somebody explain it to you, you be like, oh, okay, got you. I understand where you coming from now. But, like I said, with improv to me, like I said, Jamie Foxx said he loved doing In Living Color. But In Living Color, they had to do improv too. They had to do improv, and they also had writers for In Living Color. So, adding both of those in there, that's a great thing. You add improv, and you have improv, and what's up, Lewis? You have improv, and you have some folks wanting to do stand-up comedy. Like, that's not me. I feel like I could do it, but I would have to set myself, like, I would probably have to do more writing for stand-up than I would for improv. Improv, I can be myself. I don't have to, I don't have to try to make people laugh. Because, with stand-up comedy, it's like you're trying to make them laugh. With improv, you just you gonna make them laugh or you not. What's the guy's name? Mr. Bean. Same thing with Mr. Bean. I talked about Mr. Bean on here before. Mr. Bean was an engineer. Yes, he is. He said he's doing something to bring that back, because he said, I actually like doing, the sketches and stuff like that. He loves characters. He's like me. He loves doing characters. He's a creative person. Mr. Bean was an engineer. He went to school for engineering, y'all. He was not. He wanted to do something different. Adam Sandler's funny. I love his movies. Adam Sandler, his movies are very funny. Now, I don't know about his stand-up, because I never followed his stand-up. But you see, he got away from stand-up. A lot of people don't find the traveling fun. A lot of comedians talk about the traveling. Like, a lot of these comedians don't want to travel. You going from state to state. You don't have time to spend with your family. That's what's his name talked about that. Larry David talked about that. D. Ray Davis, Dion Cole. Shoot, Dion Cole is on Blackish now. Dion Cole getting tired of traveling. After a while, that stuff gets old. JB Smooth said he did not want to travel no more. He said, man, I was trying to figure out a way to get from traveling, because it's not fun. You're married, you missing your You missing your kids. Yeah, you missing your kids. You missing your wife. You got to take your wife with you if that's the case. And, it's just that you trying to so much bring home the bacon. Even what's his name? Corey Holcomb talks about it. Yeah, Corey Holcomb. And I think that's the dark side that they talk about as far as being a comedian, because Corey Holcomb talks about it. And he say, man, I ain't trying to be doing this road stuff forever because, you kind of miss what you really could be doing. Like, you trying to grow your business on the road. And most of the time, they not even getting paid as much as they would want. They not getting paid the money that they could build on their own. But in order for them to build a name for themselves, they have to travel. But you also have to build an audience too. Because if you're going to be going, I've been to see like Rodney Perry and stuff like that. And on certain nights, it wasn't packed. Like, some of them don't sell tickets out like that. It depends on where they go. Certain nights, some of the tickets are not selling like we think they are. Now, when I went to see D.L. Hughley, he was sold out. Even Marlon Wayans was sold out. They had to add another show here. I went to go see him at the Improv, and he was funny as all hell. And think about him. He started off with characters and stuff, and he got into stand-up because he wanted to do Richard Pryor. And he said, in order for me to kind of get in the mix of it, I have to figure it out. Chris Rock said his neighbor is a dentist. He couldn't believe it. He said his neighbor is a dentist. Well, some of them make money. Some of them make money. So, some of them make money, and that's just how it is. Hey, Mr. Lit, how are you? So some of them make money, and I must say, we have to make our money in some kind of way. For everybody, it's not the same way. Some people will fall short, and do certain things that they probably feel bad about later. And sometimes you just have to do what you have. Sometimes some people say, you know what? I had to sell out in order to make me some bread and butter. You got folks that do that. And sometimes I say you never know what you may fall, where you may fall, and you might say, I ain't never doing that. And then that money talking to you, and you end up doing it. Like they say, some of the comedians said, I won't put on the dress, and some of them did. That money was talking to them. They was like, hey, I want to keep working. I want to be able to build my empire. And in order for me to do that, I have to do this. So let me go ahead and do this so I can make that bread and butter for my family. Because if this is what I want to do, then oh well. I got to do it. It's going to happen sometimes. It's going to happen. And you got to deal with the consequences afterwards. Hey, sugar booger. You have to deal with the consequences after. Like I said, when I left my job, I know what I left, and I know I didn't want things to happen. I wanted everything to be the way that I wanted it to be, but it doesn't happen like that. Do I have a limit? Yes, I do. I do have a limit. Because I could be a conscious person. I'm not in for it, to be trying to be the biggest superstar and all that kind of stuff. Like, I call myself a superstar, but I'm not in it for the world to look at me in a certain light. Like, I feel like sex scenes and all that stuff, like, that's not something that I'm into. I'm not into sex scenes. So yes, I do have a limit. Taking your clothes off and stuff. Like, I've seen females take their clothes off. Listen, females have taken their clothes off online for no money. You understand? For web series. You're not even getting paid for it. You mean to tell me you taking your clothes off? Huh? Where they do that at? You acting like you having sex with somebody in a web series? You not even getting money? No. I don't see how folks can do that. At least if you going to do it, get paid for it. That's how I feel. If not, then oh well. I don't understand how people can do that. But they do it. Yes, they do it. It happens. So I'm trying to, do some improv shows where I can include entertainers in it, people that are willing to do some improv, some music, some dance, that's what I'm creating. So I want it to be somewhat similar to In Living Color. But of course it has to be different. I can't have the same, of course it's not going to be the same exact show, but it's going to be different. That's why I'm saying Keita J Reveals, because it will be me revealing, some things about me, and it may change. The name may change. So I don't know, but Keita J Reveals, I just thought that would be, I don't look down on people, just right. And you know what? I try not to. We all can be judgmental in some way, but and it happens. But I'm not looking down on anybody. I feel like if that's the way you make if you gonna do something like that, you taking your clothes off and you doing a sex scene, hey, I say at least say you got paid for it. That's all. At least get some money for it. At least you could say they paid me for this. But if not, oh well. Oh well. I know, like I say, money ain't everything. Oh, did y'all check out Major Deal? ADD is another Russell Simmons doing his own thing, intellectual properties. He's another one that I'm happy to see him doing his own thing. That's that brother, Chris Spencer. That's why I like to listen to interviews. I don't just listen to somebody's comedy and, read their book. I listen to interviews. I find out what's going on with people. How are they, making their businesses work? 'Cause I feel like you can talk to me more so than you could tell me in a book. You probably could strategize things more so in a book. But when I hear you talk about businesses, I want to actually hear you talk. That's why people go to seminars. I'm not performing. I haven't performed lately, but I have done shows. So if you have something that you want me to do, contact me. Y'all can always say, hey, I got a host for your show. I've gotten people on Gig Salad hit me up wanting me to host shows. But if, like I said, if they not paying, they not trying to pay, then I'm not going. Shoot, I need to get paid. If I'm traveling, yeah, I've had people that want me to host shows and everything. They sent me stuff. So if they want me to perform, they got to be willing to pay me. I know. But unfortunately, I think because Major Hype was just on there. And Major Hype started off on Instagram. He said I love doing cat. He sound like me too. He said, Major Hype, if you guys don't know, he's like a Caribbean comedian, right? And he kind of blew up on Instagram. So he started doing these characters on Instagram. And one of the guys that I was driving one day, he's Caribbean. And he was showing me him one day. And I remember him showing me, he was like, this guy is crazy. But you know what? This is what I say. When Caribbean people and Koreans and stuff like that, when certain people find somebody that is of that looks like them, that they know that's their I don't want to say their nationality, but that's who they are. That person reflects them. They will then become their audience, because a lot of times they don't find people like, whatchamacallit. I'm doing a show, Keita J Reveals, and it's going to be on YouTube, but I'm trying to get some things together. Yeah, DJ Khaled too. He started on, but DJ Khaled had been doing stuff before Snapchat. He was already making music with people. He just kind of raised the bar on Snapchat. A lot of people started word of mouth following him. So he built his audience, a greater audience on Snapchat. And that's why I say, you'd be surprised what platform works for you. Even though he was DJing and making his money, now, and Instagram too. Facebook is kind of like I see my numbers going up on Instagram. A lot of people every day have been hitting me. Snapchat. A lot of people have been adding me on Snapchat, and I'm happy about that. Here and there, Facebook, I'll get that, but because Facebook is so locked in, and it's like you really, unless they see your stuff through certain feeds, that's how people get to really see, certain entertainment. You miss a lot. A lot of people miss a lot, because if your stuff is not being shared on Facebook, then some people won't see you. But on Instagram, they've changed it a little bit. So it's a little bit different. Snapchat, like I say, all of it is word of mouth, really. Once it takes one person that can share your stuff, and you be surprised. A person can like your page. I think when people like your page on Instagram, it goes through a feed and people can see it. And I think that's what happens with Facebook now, where if I like your page, or like something on your page, it kind of goes and dwindles down to another feed, and then people can kind of see it other places. So it's a little bit different than what it used to be, than people just having to really share your stuff. But Snapchat is kind of locked in too. Like, you really have to get people to add. And Mr. Jackson was telling me to get some little, and I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna order some. I'm gonna try to order some. He said, or make them yourself. Get some of those little stickers. He's a comedian. He told me to get some stickers. He has stickers that he uses, and he stick his stickers on stuff and say, it says, add me on Snapchat. So that's a good thing too. You got to promote yourself. And so I can make some of those. I can actually do it online and print them out. But maybe I'll have to get some other labels to do it, like maybe some circle labels or something. Yeah, but he was telling me, he said, hey, get you some stickers, because he told me, he said, man, your shit is funny. And, a lot of people have been telling me, that it's funny. I've been getting hits on Facebook, folks saying that they like what I'm doing. Keep it up and everything. Even with Kiki, I'm getting hits on motivations. I haven't even been doing Kiki lately. And people been adding themselves to that page on Facebook. So I just kind of share Kiki a little bit here and there. I don't share her as much, but I still share it. And people be hitting me up on Facebook, hitting the page up. So eventually I'm going to start back doing her. I just took a little break for a minute. That's all. And I'll get back on track with her. And what's the other one? Minister Caramel. I'm going to get back on track with Minister Caramel. I just haven't done those in a while because I've been doing the snaps. But I'm ready. Baby, I'm ready. Baby, I'm ready. Baby, I'm ready. I enjoy having a great time in my life. I feel so much better. I feel so hype. I feel like I'm just ready for the next step. And I've been reading my I've been reading my horoscopes. Oh, the grandma and the grandpa. Yeah, that one's those two. So, I've just been feeling so good. I've been feeling so good lately. Like it's hard for me to even explain how I've been feeling because if you don't feel that way, you're not me. You wouldn't understand. But you know how sometimes you just get a boost of energy. Yes. And it's something different, honestly. I can say outside of what I've been doing, me doing the characters. Oh, you washing dishes? Okay. Um, that's right. Bust those suds. Bust those suds. I feel like I just feel like I have this rush of energy. Like I'm always anticipating doing something new. When I get up in the morning, I haven't felt like that at a job. Like how can I make this work? How can I mean, I literally get up in the morning and sometimes I dream about stuff at night and I get up in the morning and I just start doing it. I just get up and do it. If I have any type of indication of, laughter or what have you, if I see something outside, I write it down. Like yesterday, my daughter, it's funny with kids. And I thought about this. My daughter, I was making oatmeal the other day. No, one day I asked her I think it was last week and the weekend before last, I asked her, I said, hey, you want to eat some oatmeal? She said, no, I don't want oatmeal. And so this past weekend, I made me some oatmeal, right? Funny thing with her is I made me some oatmeal and then she wanted some. She was like, Mom, I want some oatmeal. I thought you didn't want oatmeal. I thought you don't like oatmeal. And now all of a sudden you want oatmeal. So I thought about how kids, like making that into a skit, like how you ask kids if they want something. I don't care. If somebody see this, it don't even matter. It's just a thought. And I'm sure everybody's kid does this. But I thought about doing that, like making that into a nice little skit, because I think that would be funny. But kids, they always mimicking what you do. They always want something. They want what you have. They just don't know how to just sometimes just be themselves. Like I tell my daughter all the time, just be yourself. What you like is what you like. Just be yourself. That's all you have to do. You don't ever have to want somebody to like you. I said, you see online stuff, don't do stuff just because you see somebody else doing it. Do it because you like doing it. And I just, I teach my daughter that. We have to. We must. We must teach our kids that. So I'm excited. Y'all, I don't know what snap I'm going to do today because I've been trying to think like my thought is kind of confused on the snap that I want to do today. It makes it look good. Cream of wheat is king. Look, I haven't had cream of wheat in a while. But when I do eat oatmeal, I make sure I eat steel cut oatmeal. I don't do instant oatmeal. Instant oatmeal, they kick rocks. Like, I don't mess around with the instant stuff. I can't do that instant food. Not good for you. Oh. Not good for you. And I'm sitting up here folding up all these clothes. I had to tell myself, how you keep telling yourself, I'm going to wait. That's another skit. See, stuff like that I would do at home, I try to make them in the skits. Relationship stuff, those are always good skits. Doing relationship stuff, you can stay on that. That's on point. People are always going to look at relationship skits. So, like I said, sometimes you take a break and then you send it back out and then see who happens to see it. Like today, I'm going to send a couple of my old sketches out. I'm sending them out, so beware. If you guys aren't on my Facebook page, I'm at Kita J on Facebook, KITA J, space J. Instagram, Exist in Nature. Snapchat is Exist, the letter in Nature. So all together. And so I'm going to be back. I'm not gonna talk y'all to death. I'll be back. Enjoy. Thank you for those hearts. I appreciate it. Wait a minute, because I see those green hearts coming in. Lovely, lovely green hearts, hearts, hearts. Green, yellow, blue, green, yellow, blue. Hearts, hearts, hearts. Green, yellow, blue, green, yellow, blue. Hearts, hearts, hearts. Green, yellow, blue, green, yellow, blue. Oh my gosh. So I haven't done her in a minute. I'm going to do her because I'm like, y'all making me feel like I need to do her again. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to sit here and look at some movies today. I'm going to put my feet up and relax and listen to some interviews and stuff like that. I like listening to interviews. So I'll talk to you guys later. Sugar Booger, I'll see you in a bit. I'll come back on later. See you, A.